Hey, good morning, everyone. It's morning here. It's probably early morning over on the West Coast, right? Well, basically, if you notice the title here, it says, fellow cleaners, put away fear. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you've watched any of my videos in the past, you know I've always said that timid salesmen have skinny children. And I'm going to give you a little walkthrough at this home that I'm about to do. This was a last-minute job of a realtor who gives us a lot of work. We're on their preferred vendor list. We've earned that for over 25 years with them because we do incredible work and we deliver perfect customer service. Well, come to find out, they had somebody who's walking through this home this afternoon, so they needed it hit right away. And so some of you might know, I've had a couple of things happen. It is 2020, right? Had a technician, him and his wife got into a car accident, and she's like 8 months pregnant. So he's been out for a bit, and I've also injured my leg, as you might be able to see right here. Take a look. I'm basically in an air cast. I don't know if you can see that all right, but I'm wearing an air cast. That's been a couple of weeks ago. And however, you know, I told my grandson when I took him out to work the other day, I said, you know, there's a lot of males in this world, but there's not a lot of men. So men will pick up the slack when's necessary. They don't have the fear. They'll go ahead and take care of things when other people won't take care of them. But the fear I'm going to talk about right now is selling. And I've noticed that people I've hired in the past and people I've come across on the forum, people I've come across on Facebook, just in my everyday travels, I've noticed a lot of people have fear and they're afraid to either raise their prices or to charge more. Well, that's a problem I've never had. I basically don't have the fear. And that's what you need to do, not have the fear, but you also have to project the right image. So I'm going to walk you through this job and tell you what builds my confidence. And you can do similar things to build your confidence, and you can see how I got basically $800 out of an empty house. All right, so let's go ahead and take a walk through. My son's going to share this in the private groups, and I believe on his public page, and I'll share it on my public page and put it on YouTube later if you don't get a chance to see it. But I see we're getting some good numbers in here. But let's go ahead and flip this around, and I'll walk you through the job a little bit, okay? I'm going to be using my new Profire truck mount. These are decent sized homes, you know, 2,500, 33,000 square feet. You can see the big beast up in there, and how much room I still have. Of course, I got my electric reels. Just push the button there. Everything's electric. I really love having that. I'm going to be using in this home, because there is some urine, I'll be using Unchained and Black Label. I'm going to use more Unchained. Why is that? Because really the carpets aren't that dirty, but there's a lot of urine. I'm going to show you a very unique situation that's going on and why I'm doing this. So take a look as I move along here, and you're going to see these are top tier products for a reason. I went ahead and I mixed up my HydroForce. You notice how I kind of hung it on my truck here. I'll back up, gives you a little better view. So I basically hung it up on the door here. And I love the side fill port. And I would say I put almost 3/4 of a gallon of Unchained in there and only 1 or 2 scoops of Black Label. And of course, the machine I'll be using is the Profire truck mount, which you can see here. Take a little step backwards, you can kind of see the whole setup going on. Now, I've got my pump out hose coming over here. I've got my fresh water, and I love these collapsible hoses because they just don't take up much space. Got my safety door up in there, and I'm going to show you a little more about the safety door as I walk out. But let's walk through this job together. Take a quick look. Bear with me because I am moving a little slow with the foot the way it is. All right, so what I basically did is I came here, and the first thing I noticed, you're going to see it here. Let's see if it shows up in the camera. Yes. See those white spots there? Of course, I'm using the TMF UV light, which I feel and I proved. I have all the different models on the market. This is the absolute best made, and I'll guarantee it 100%. We also put a lanyard on it so you don't leave it behind because it's easy to do. But look at these white stains. This is a polyester carpet, and you can see where the customer has gone ahead and tried to take care of the few urine stains themselves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in. That's one cool thing about Unchained. It can be used as a pre-spray and also as a leave behind. It doesn't have to be rinsed, but we always do it. Now notice there, I've got the TMF pounder. So I'm going to go ahead and pre-spray, and I'll go ahead and break all this up in here. Now you got a better view of what's going on. Now let's walk in here. That's the dining room. Let's walk through the kitchen. Oh, and I got my non-disposable shoe covers. How cool is that? All right, they last about a year, by the way. Here, look at the den. The same thing going on, right? Notice that? The customers came in. It's probably just some OxyClean and stuff like that. And what I'm going to do is I will document that, and I'll put it in pictures in House Call Pro. And if you're not using House Call Pro, I feel it's the absolute best, highest quality, premium CRM, customer retaining tool that's out there. And it drips postcards back to people. And if you want a free demo, I'll leave the link in here. Please do a demo of it. You'll love it. And you get a lifetime discount going through TMF. It's something when my wife and I got, she fell in love with it, told me not to get rid of it. And so we stand behind it because we love the service and it doesn't let you down. And it really brings you money instead of just costing you money. All right, so back to this. So basically, you notice what's going on. So inside of House Call Pro, I can take pictures. It records them. I'll have all the pictures in there. And I'll let them know there may be some color loss, but more than likely, since this is polyester, that's not color loss. That's just something where they've come in here and used some do-it-yourself cleaners over and over again, and I'll probably get that to blend, no problem. Okay, let's walk over here. Now, something unique about the safety doors, all of our TMF safety doors now actually come with a zipper, and a lot of times they come with everything. What I did is I went ahead and put this safety door outside of the frame. You notice that? I didn't even have to put it inside of the frame. That's kind of cool. And it's adjustable, but I like having the fact that you can sit there. See if I can get my hand on the zipper here. There we go. I got a zipper handle on both sides. This way I can just walk in and out unimpeded. And you see my truck mount over there? So I can walk in and out. Yeah, my son just put the link up. But see, I can walk out in unimpeded. And I've got oversized glass on mine. Why do I do that? I should say clear vinyl glass. And this is yacht quality. I mean, this is super high quality. The zipper's high quality. And then it's got the oversized flap, which you can use when you need to, when you're working in a place that's oversized. All right, so there you go. So you can leave it unzipped or zipped. It just depends, I guess, if you're working around pets or something in that nature. Keep that in hand. But when I'm getting set up, I just leave it unzipped, and I walk in and out and work my way around. Okay, now, oh yeah, we got a formal living room over here, and you can see there's a couple of pet stains that the customer did not treat. I'll be taking care of those also. Now, we'll walk over here. We're going to walk upstairs. We've got a set of stairs here. And you notice that I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but this is called the tread. People call this the lip, but it's actually called the bull nose, okay? That's the bull nose of the stairs. And look how dirty those bull noses are. So they're going to take some extra work to get those bull noses looking good because people scrub those with their toes as they work their way up the stairs. That's why I love our tool. We have it specially made. It's basically a 6-inch tool, 5 or 6 inch, I can't remember now. And I put a little lip glide on it, which makes it easier to move. And I can flip that off on some carpets that don't have, that aren't very thick or the density's not there. So you want a little bit extra vacuum. And to create more vacuum, what have I done? We weld on this 2-inch piece on here, so that way I can really maximize the vacuum. It's just a great tool for doing stairs. To me, it's the best. Is it a little harder on the back? Yeah, but it's definitely higher on the quality, and that makes a big difference. Also notice on the pounder, I'm using the blue brushes. The blue brushes are all you need. Some people will go up and use some more stiff brushes, maybe on polyester, and that's entirely up to you. All right, so back to it. You got the tread, you have your bull nose, and then you have your risers. Now, this set of stairs here has these wooden edges, but if you have carpet that comes over the side, if it comes over the side, then that would be called your side caps, okay? So remember that you have different unique explanations for the stairs or definitions. Okay, now you start walking down the hall, we're seeing more pet stains, right? I mean, these pet stains, I don't even need my UV light. I can walk through and see they're there. So I'm going to get to the point here in a second of having no fear. So you can see we've got 3 bedrooms up here. And it's always good to look around because sometimes, of course that's not the case here, but sometimes you walk into a bathroom and there'll be a hidden closet. So keep that in mind. Fortunately, this place doesn't have that, but it does have a nice walk-in size closet, right? So I'm going to charge them accordingly. And in there, pet stain in there too. You know, the thing is, the home doesn't smell like urine. And that tells me that the homeowner kept the house up and tried to address the urine stains as much as possible. Plus, I also heard that they had a puppy. Now, I don't know if you know it or not, but generally puppies, their urine doesn't smell as bad as an adult. Why is that? because their system is really a lot healthier, and usually they're not on different foods or medicines and stuff like that, which can affect the urine, the odors, and the stains. So keep that in mind. You always want to educate the client and find out what's going on. All right, I'm gonna flip this back around and I'll show you. In here, you can see, I've got the TMF swivel wand in blue. And if you guys don't know a lot about this, there's a lot of advantages to a swivel wand. I'll show you here. And pop this door open here in the back. But let's suppose you got to get up into the corner behind, right? Look at this. Look how much I can get up into that corner by swiveling the wand. So I can swivel the wand, get right up into the corner behind doors. And that's really important, because let me tell you what, women many times will go right behind the doors, right? So I'm just giving you a little rundown on here. How about you get into a closet? What if you want to get up into that very corner? Well, you can't do it with a rigid wand, but this one, look at that. So here I am, I've got it twisted, and it gets right up inside the corner. So that's why you always hear me say, hey, once you go swivel, you can't go back to a rigid wand, once you've done that. Really makes a big difference. And generally what I'll do, because I'm going to pre-spray, is I'll move this wand right along the wall there. See that? It's out of the way of the traffic patterns and stuff like that. But I just kind of wanted to give you a rundown about not having fear. So what I did was I basically told them that, that the price of the cleaning, $400, the urine, $400 also. So here's $800 on about 8 areas of carpet or so, something like that. And the customer didn't blink an eye. And why is that? Well, you look at the truck out there, okay? You look at the reputation we've built. You look at our reviews. You look at that we're uniformed, right? Wearing a uniform. Usually pretty much well-groomed. And we handle ourselves well. We stand behind our work 100%. We have top-of-the-line cleaning agents. So you don't have to have fear if you build confidence. So basically, it's all about building that confidence. And the way to do that is to change your mind and change your thinking. I know I just saw a carpet cleaner who was giving me a hard time, and he had 3 or 4 rooms for $79. I'm going like, that's not necessary. It's really not necessary. And you know what? He had a pretty decent truck. He had a pretty decent setup. The only thing that wasn't really up to par was his mental thinking. You got to do a checkup from the neck up, or a checkup from the chest up, right? Okay? Because your heart has to be into it. If you don't believe you're worth more, I can guarantee you the client's not going to believe you're worth more. So you have to believe in yourself, believe in your equipment, believe in your chemistry, believe in your processes, believe in your customer service, believe in the whole image that you project, and by doing that, you can go ahead and charge and get top dollar. So I think it's really important. Now I'm going to flip this back around. I'll walk back outside, but look at this. You can see these urine stains in here. So what I basically did is I charged them stage 3, which is the same price as the cleaning. Right? They didn't blink an eye. Now, if they did because the house was empty, well, then I might work with them a little bit. Depends, being a first-time client and stuff. But why discount my work when I'm not discounting the quality? Yes, that's a good point, Jesse. I am using the Ultimate Fiber Rinse in there. I'm glad you said that. When it comes to urine, I kind of lean towards the Ultimate Fiber Rinse. Couple reasons. It has a good scent, and on top of it, it helps break any urine down. But remember, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to spray this whole place, Jesse, with Unchained with a little bit of Black Label in it. And then I'm going to go back over it, of course, as I said earlier, with the TMF Pounder. So I'm going to go ahead and address each urine stain by using the UV light. If you haven't seen my YouTube video on getting rid of urine stains, please do. So I'm going to go through, address all the urine stains directly with the Unchained, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spray all the carpets with the Unchained mix in the pre-spray, and I'm going to go ahead and agitate it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-spray the whole upstairs first. From the stairs on up, I'll pre-spray. And I'll make sure I keep it damp by misting it every once in a while if necessary. Then I'll come down here. Before I do the stairs, after I work my way down, before I do the stairs, I'm going to pre-spray the whole downstairs. Agitate it, go ahead and clean the stairs, and then clean the cleanest rooms first, which will probably be the den, the dining room, the formal living room, the dining room, and then I work my way to the den and on out the door. So basically, it gives me a 1-2 punch, Jesse, if I'm using my ultimate fiber rents at the truck, and that's what I'll be doing, using the ultimate fiber rents. Well, I'm gonna walk outside here, and I'm gonna get started. I'll start the truck up. You're welcome to listen to it. I'm gonna walk you through the TMF safety door. As you can see, like I said, this is the cleanest room. Really, it's pretty clean, really, except for maybe one urine stain inside there. Okay, so remember, I've left my zipper open on my safety door. What's nice about the safety door is the fact that it has this big window, so you can see everything that's going on outside, and so can the client too. Keep it zipped up. Safety door helps keep carbon monoxide out, but it doesn't completely keep it out. So we have a carbon monoxide holder on here, which I'll hook up, and I can monitor my, I'm working on a pet unit too. I heard that, Thomas, exactly. But I'm about 25 feet, maybe 30 feet. And I'm a big believer, at least 20 feet from the front door. So there's plenty of fresh air moving around out there. I don't have to worry about the carbon monoxide coming inside the home. So let's walk out here. You can see my pump out hose I've got over there. In this city right here, you're allowed to pump it into the hedges or into the grass. But I'm gonna go ahead and probably move that over into the hedges in a second. And like I said, I really love these collapsible hoses because I can get out to 100 feet, but they only take up a little bit of space. So I'll crank my fresh water on in a minute. But at the moment, if you don't know much about the Profire truck mount, the 60 horsepower, please look it up when you get a chance. You know, I've got, I believe it's 130 gallons of recovery water tank in here. It's got a 2.5-inch port right there if you want to use that for extra vacuum, but especially for water damage. I've got 2 clear ports over here for doing dual wanding. And then a 60 horsepower Kubota. This thing really cleans like a champ. It's freaking amazing. I've got the pump out, which is built into my tank down there where I have another 120 gallons of fresh water. And watch for a video I've got coming very soon on this whole unit. You're gonna see it dual wanding. This is the home here. You can see my safety door into place. And like I said, I didn't even have to even put it into the door frame. I put it on the outside. So that's kind of nifty. That's the cool thing. This thing adjusts up to almost 10 feet and it adjusts a little wider. So it gives you that a capability that the other type of door enclosures don't give you. And that's what's really nice about it. So basically you kind of got the run around, the walk around of the whole unit here. Like I said, these are all electric reels. Electric solution, 250, 250. But you can see they could probably hold 300 feet on there easily. I've got about 225 feet of vacuum hose on one side, 225 feet of vacuum hose on the other side. You can see that 60 horsepower Kubota engine there. She's a beast. TruckMountForums. I've got the braces up there across this, and they're really, really strong. It's a nice thing about the Nissan unit. So you're gonna see a more complete rundown on it pretty soon. I have my custom shelves put in over here. You can see my red label and my grout master and all that. One more custom shelf down on the floor. Oh, I cut a shelf. Oh, no problem, Thomas. I cut a shelf and I went ahead and did the Line X on the shelves too. So I just cut a shelf in 3 pieces and Line X'd all 3 pieces. So I really love having the fact that I can sit here and after I've done sweated bullets inside of a home, I can come out here and go ahead and hit my electric reels and that bad boy winds up. So there's the whole walk around. You basically got the understanding of why I feel like carpet cleaners need to put away fear. Don't be afraid to charge what you're worth, okay? Because you have a lot of information, you have a lot of knowledge, you have a lot of equipment, you have a lot of years invested into this, and you have to understand they're paying for your experience, they're paying for your professionalism, they're paying for your quality, they're paying for your service, they're paying for your guarantee, because if it's still got an odor, you gotta come back and you gotta take care of it. So there's a lot more to it that factors in there. And you got to also factor in your CODB, which is your cost of doing business. So bear all those things in mind. Plus you have equipment, you have insurance, you have gasoline, you have maintenance. But a lot of guys sometimes leave a job maybe making $10, $15, $20 an hour and they start cleaning carpets and they think, well, you know, I can charge $30 an hour here. Well, but that's the wrong mentality because really, it probably costs you that much or $50 an hour to run your equipment, right? Or to cover your overhead and your expenses, but only you know that. So you have to take the time, do your due diligence and sit down and figure out how much is involved, what your cost of doing business is, and then go ahead and charge accordingly. The cool thing is upselling And I don't mean hard selling. I'm talking about consistent educating the clients on, and then soft selling on a consistent basis, letting them know about this, that, educating them, and then they'll see that there's a need for it, and they'll generally go ahead and go along with it. Look at this client right here. Didn't even blink an eye for the price. So that way, you're determining how much you make rather than the customers or your competition. You should be the one that's determining how much you make. And I don't know about you, but I want to make a lot. I deserve a lot. I've worked hard to develop the amount of knowledge, experience, and equipment, and the whole image and everything that I do, and these reviews that I worked hard to get. So I deserve to be paid for it, and so do you. So carpet cleaners, put away that fear and continue to move forward. Also, remember what I said in a couple of videos back. I believe that since I am apolitical, but I also believe since we're in a election year, that things could get stupid right around November. Probably more stupid than they ever have before, right? Because everything's being so contested. That being the case, and plus along with the COVID-19, I highly recommend you go ahead and make your money now. Put your money away for a rainy day, because we may have a few more rainy days for 2020. And 2020 has been an interesting year. All right, well, I'm Rob Allen with TruckMountForums. I hope you enjoyed this little walk around. Watch for a video coming out July 4th. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. And you're going to be really impressed, I believe. I've got a very educational video coming out July 4th. So watch for that, and everyone, have yourself a great day.